Trevor.
Sweetie, I love you.
Mr. Howell, I love you.
I'm your big fan.
Trevor.
All your fault. I'll be late on my first day on set.
Stay with me if you want to pursue this career. Why starting from scratch?
I want to be recognized for my own abilities. Listen up. Stay out of this. Don't ever reveal my identity. Get it?
A set visit is okay for publicity, isn't it?
What? Mr. Howell's wife is joining our crew as an extra. Hurry up. Come with me to pick up Mr. Howell's wife.
Are you blind? Don't ever mess with me.
Sorry. Wenny James, I'm Lillian. You also work in this crew?
Well, isn't this our campus belle, who got expelled for being a homewrecker?
A homewrecker? I went to study abroad back then. How did I become a homewrecker? Wenny, what are you talking about?
Shame on you. When we get to the site, don't tell anyone that you know me. Sk.
So which one of them is Mrs. Howell?
Isn't it obvious? One came out of a luxury car, while the other was riding an e-bike. Besides, in terms of demeanor, the former one has a better shot. She must be the one.
Yvette has a point. Even if Mrs. Howell is joining our crew as an extra, no way she looks too shabby. I say, this is a good opportunity for our crew to be remembered. The two of you must serve Mrs. Howell well. We might even meet Mr. Howell himself.
Yes, Ms. Christopher.
Hello, I'm Serena Christopher, the director. May I know if you're the best actor's wife?
Wenny, you're married?
Best actor's wife? Looks like they got the wrong person. Well, with this identity, I'll feel at ease in the crew. Yes, that's me.
Hi, I'm Serena Christopher.
Hello. Alas, I told them to keep my identity a secret. How did you guys find out?
Well, I assume your husband really cares about you, so he told us in secret.
Oh, I'll take it for you, ma'am. Ma'am, this way, please.
Is there another best actor?
You must be the new extra, right? Hurry and keep up.
How's this pressure, ma'am?
Ma'am, this is the script for the shoot later. Please have a look.
I'd like some orange.
Hey, newbie, you heard her? The lady wants some orange. Be quick.
Can't she get the orange herself?
Hey, watch your mouth. You should feel honored to have such an opportunity to serve our lady here. Move it, or else you would be kicked out.
Forget it. As a newbie here, I better keep a low profile.
Get it peeled.
Wenny, don't go too far.
Lillian, you're just an extra. It's your honor to be at Our Lady's service. Hurry up and peel it. Hurry!
Lillian, are you insane? How can you give me a sour orange? I'm the future best actress. You want to ruin my voice?
This is too much.
Miss Christopher, you also think she's out of line?
I was talking about you, Lillian. You've gone too far. Before you gave Our Lady the orange, why didn't you taste it first? How could you hand over a sour orange to Our Lady? If it makes her sick, you can't afford it. Hurry up and apologize.
Me? Apologize to her? Why?
Because she's the best actor's wife while you are just an extra. Today, if you don't apologize, you'll be blacklisted in the industry.
Fine. I'll apologize. Sorry, my lady. But are you really Mrs. Howell?
What are you talking about? If she was not, would it be you? A nobody?
I heard your acting was superb. I gotta take this opportunity to learn from you.
That's for sure. Our Lady is always with Mr. Howell. Her acting is surely excellent. She's nothing like a low-level extra like you. Later, you better do well. Don't drag the whole team down. This is a hard-won opportunity.
All right. Let's start.
Where is the Mrs. Costume?
You won't need it.
Why?
Ms. Christopher, I think I'm more suited for this character. As for Lillian, she is more suited to play the nanny. What do you think?
I feel the same way. You, hurry up and get the Mrs. costume for Our Lady.
The miss should be played by me. Why can she have this part?
I just feel like you can't handle this role at all. Nanny suits you more. You want to question me?
I don't.
Good. Now let's hurry and start shooting. In the first scene, the miss will hit the nanny. You'd better move it and put on Nanny's costume. Cut. Nice shot. Pass.
Ms. Christopher, I don't think this one works. Lillian, what's the matter with you? Can you act at all? You put no emotions into this role at all. How will this move the audience?
Yeah, ma'am, you're absolutely right. Lillian's acting was terrible.
Ma'am, after you put it that way, I also felt like Lillian didn't put emotions into this role.
So, are we gonna redo it?
Sure, but I have a requirement.
What is it?
A real slap. You seem to lack acting talent. It's tough for you to make the audience believe you're acting. To make it easier for everyone, I suggest a real slap.
Yeah, a real slap will do. That's a great idea. Lillian, Our Lady is giving you a chance. You should feel honored that a good actress like her is willing to instruct you in acting.
But
acting matters most. Lillian, you're an actress. Can't you handle such a little hardship? So, let's go with the lady's advice. A real slap.
Just an extra here. Don't be so spoiled.
Later, I'll try my best to be gentle.
Get set. Cut. This looks entirely different.
Let me check.
My lady, you acted wonderfully. Just now that slap really reflected the character's feelings.
Ms. Christopher, will this shot do?
This shot?
I still don't think it will work. One more.
Wenny, what exactly do you want?
The last shot isn't so good, so we need to reshoot it. What? As an extra, you want to. Ignore the director's instructions.
The last shot is perfect. They all agreed.
Shut up, you lousy extra. What do you know about acting? Our Lady is Mr. Howell's wife. You think you know acting better than she does? I say someone like you will never make it big. Ma'am, am I right?
Yeah. A few hardships are nothing to someone trying to be a star. However, Lillian, if you can't handle them, you can leave anytime. There are plenty of other extras, many more dedicated than you. I gave you so many chances, only because we are schoolfellows.
You heard her? Hurry up and thank the lady.
I should thank her.
Lillian, are you going to do it or not? If not, get lost. Stop wasting everyone's time. Can't believe this extra is putting on airs.
I can't quit. If quit, Trevor definitely wouldn't let me work again.
Ma'am, I haven't said start.
Sorry about that. Lillian, you okay?
I'm fine.
Ms. Christopher, I think this shot is good.
All right, that's a wrap.
Ma'am, your acting is truly amazing.
Right? I felt that too.
Ms. Christopher, the next scene.
All right. The next scene is...
Wenny. The next is about the nanny fighting back against the miss. I'm worried I might not perform it well. You don't mind if I really hit you, right, my lady?
Why would you hit me?
It's in the script. The nanny is done with the long-term bully and decides to fight back. My lady, didn't you read the script?
Don't make stuff up. I've really studied it carefully.
Come on. Get set. Go.
I've served you for so long. Always putting up with you. And you still hit me? I can't take it anymore.
You. I'm Mr. Howell's wife. How dare you slap me?
You just said acting needed true emotions. Everyone heard it. Besides, the director didn't say cut. Yet you stopped acting. Miss Christopher, should we redo it?
Yeah. We need redo it. Pause. Stop it. Switch.
Why? Nothing wrong with that take.
Our Lady is too noble to play such a rough scene. You shall be her double.
As far as I know, Mr. Howell himself never used a double for scenes like this. Why should she be an exception?
What do you know about the details of Mr. Howell's acting? I bet you've never met him. Oh dear, ma'am, you must be startled. Take a seat and
Have some water.
sorry for that.
Mr. Howell sleeps next to me every night. How could I not know him?
Why are you so pretty?
What's the secret? Just tell us about it.
Oh no, I think my necklace was stolen.
The filthy thief must be Lillian. I saw her stare at your necklace all the time.
Lillian, give the necklace back quickly.
It wasn't me. I've never even seen her necklace.
Still denying it? I think you're just jealous of Our Lady. That's why you stole her necklace.
Lillian, you better give it back quickly. That necklace is called Honest Heart. It's a limited edition. And worth a fortune.
You fraud. How dare you steal from Our Lady? Hand it over now.
I've never seen her necklace before.
Ma'am, I think she's just being stubborn. How about a body search?
Yeah, a body search. Guys, take off her clothes.
Let me say it again. I've never seen your necklace.
Stop denying it. There are no strangers here. If it wasn't you, who else could be the thief?
Wenny, why do you keep picking on me?
Back in college, you outshone me in all fields. Now I finally have this chance for vengeance. I gotta use it well. Back in college, you stole other girls' boyfriends. Now you stole my necklace.
Lillian, I advise you to give that necklace back. Such valuable jewelry is something you can never afford.
Honest Heart, right? I have one too.
Dear, your joke really got me. Lillian, it's Honest Heart. You think it is a cheap ripoff you can get from a $1 store?
I'm not lying. It's a gift from my husband.
It is known that Mr. Howell gave the Honest Heart to his wife. A gift from your husband? Are you saying the best actor is your husband?
Lillian, you just refused the last chance I gave you. Now, a body search is inevitable. You, take off her clothes, search for it carefully.
Don't you dare.
Feeling guilty? Good, I'll call the police.
Fine, you can search me. However, if you found nothing, you have to apologize to me. Can't let Trevor know this, or else my career would be over.
My lady, I got nothing on her.
Could it be that she has hid it in her purse?
Bitch, what else can you say?
That's impossible. I've never even seen her necklace before.
Lillian, you and Our Lady are from different worlds. There's no point in being jealous.
Get her out of here. I won't tolerate such a thief in my crew.
Yeah.
Kick her out of the crew now. She should know.
What will happen if a lowly extra like her messes with me?
Wait. Why would I steal a fake necklace?
Fake?
The authentic Honest Heart was purchased by a private collector at the Venice auction house at a price of $170 million. It hasn't been seen since. How did you get it?
Our Lady's husband is Mr. Howell. How could her necklace be fake?
How could the real gem be this light? Can it be that it is actually made of glass? Well, we can have someone appraise it. It will be huge if it is proven to be made of glass.
Forget it. I'm a generous person, so I'm gonna let you off this time.
Ma'am, this necklace.
You're so annoying. I've got it back. What more do you want? If you keep annoying me, I'll ask my husband to blacklist this crew.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, please calm down.
Lillian, you really know a lot. I also think her necklace is a fake.
Of course. The authentic one was bought by Trevor. It's now lying in my drawer at home.
What's happening? You're so flustered.
Bad news? And it's about Mrs. Howell.
How dare they? Should be so bold as to bully my wife.
Someone's personating Mrs. Howell and accused her of stealing.
Spread the word, Night. I'm going to visit the set.
No wonder Mr. Howell married her. She actually started as an extra. Ma'am, you're really hardworking.
You're amazing.
So gross. I hope you will be stuck with. Bad luck forever.
Even daring to bully our lady.
Hurry, Mr. Wayne, the producer is coming. Let's go meet him.
Sure.
Don't bother. I heard Mr. Howell's wife is here. Where is she?
Here she is.
Mr. Wayne, this is Mrs. Howell.
Oh, hello. Well, no wonder you could win Mr. Howell's heart. Your demeanor is truly unique.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll definitely be the future best actress.
You're flattering me, Mr. Wayne.
You're so modest, my lady. Really a role model for us? Here's the thing. May I check your schedule? I'd like to work with you on a new project.
Well, I have to check it.
Need to discuss it with your husband, right? Everyone knows he adores you the most. As long as you say the word, I'm sure he will side with you.
Lillian, that's the producer. Aren't you going to show off a bit?
No need. I'm busy appreciating someone's acting.
All right, I can find time.
That's great, my lady. Later, Mr. Howell will be here. How about we take a group photo here first? We can build some hype for our show.
What? He will come later.
Where is Mr. Howell now?
Once Mr. Howell is here, I'll be exposed. No way. I gotta figure out how to slip away.
Ma'am, wait. Where are you going? Let me see how you are gonna keep acting after Trevor is here.
My makeup's a bit messed up. I need to fix it.
Ma'am, you're born pretty. Never need makeup. You look great now. No need to fix anything.
Yeah, ma'am. You spend every day with Mr. Howell. He definitely won't mind.
Exactly, ma'am. I say, you might as well wait for Mr. Howell right here. Please introduce us to him.
Well, ma'am, you seem a bit nervous. Is this your first time meeting Mr. Howell?
Shut up, bitch. Our lady lives with Mr. Howell. How could this be their first meeting? I advise you to keep your mouth shut, or I'll make you never speak again.
All right, then. I'd love to see how long you can keep this show up.
Ma'am, what's wrong?
Aunt Flo is visiting. My belly really hurts now. I gotta lie down for a while.
Hello, what? Mr. Howell will be here in a minute. Got it.
Ma'am, there's no time. I happen to have some painkillers. Here, take one. Take it.
Thanks.
I'd like to know who got the nerve to bully my wife.
Mr. Howell, welcome. Everything is going well with your wife and our crew. No one dares to bully her. What's more, her acting is really good. We all admire her a lot.
Ma'am, why don't you talk to Mr. Howell?
My belly really hurts.
How's the shooting going?
Mr. Howell, who are you talking to? Your wife is right here.
Didn't expect Mr. Howell to be such a nice person, even cares about an extra like me. Work with me to play this game. If you exposed my identity, you would be dead meat.
Gosh, you bitch! How dare you seduce Mr. Howell right before his wife?
Mrs. Howell.
Trevor, what brings you here?
I've got something to do. Gotta go.
Trevor? What are you doing? Will you stop it?
What was that about? Don't they know who you are?
Someone's impersonating me, claiming she's Mrs. Howell. Mr. Howell, you really get lucky. So many girls want to be your wife.
I'm not interested in them. Ouch.
Anyway, leave this to me. I'll handle it myself.
So will you keep staying in this crew?
Yeah, definitely. Since I've joined this crew, I gotta finish my job here. Be good. Just wait for me at home. I can cope with them well.
All right. If you need my help, just call me.
Off you go.
Ma'am, Mr. Howell really cares about you. Before long, you joined our crew. He came to pay you a visit. Geez, he really can't live without you.
That's just what Trevor is. When we are at home, he's super clingy.
I bet he is, ma'am. It's really not easy to meet someone like you, who is gifted and hardworking. Compared to you, that extra sucks at acting, but excels at causing trouble.
Ms. Christopher has a point. Though you're distinguished, you still start from a small role. What's more, you're really into your part. Speaking of that bitch, well, she's only an extra, yet she already thinks she's so big.
All right, some people who fail just refuse to face their inadequacies. I feel happy today. Let's have a big meal at Riverpool Hotel.
That's the most luxurious hotel in town. Oh my, can't believe I'm going to eat there. Sucker, cherish this. Luck.
Riverpool Hotel? Isn't it a gift from Trevor to me?
Ma'am, what a fancy place.
This is amazing, ma'am. Can't believe you would really bring us to such a luxurious place.
This is the only 7-star hotel in town. You need a supreme black card to get in. Some suckers can never be qualified to get in here.
Shall we go in? I bet it's expensive to eat here.
It's actually okay to help me stay in shape. Trevor especially opened this hotel. You must be tired from filming today. Let's relax ourselves here.
Isn't this my hotel? When did it belong to Wenny?
Have a good look around and take as many pictures as you can. I can say, this is your last chance to have a tour here.
I think you shouldn't have come along here. This hotel is too fancy for a sucker like you. Your presence here can only lower the level of the hotel.
It is because of Mrs. Howell's kindness that you could get in. If I were Mrs. Howell, I would have blacklisted you out of the show business for seducing Mr. Howell. You can only come to such a high-end place in your dreams.
I come here often.
Lillian, you really know how to boast. Eating here costs at least $10,000. You come here often? You think you're running this hotel?
Close enough. I own this place, so it's okay if I say I'm running it.
All right. Wait for me here. I'll go notify them.
Sure, ma'am.
Listen up. Don't say anything after get inside. If you say something ridiculous, I'll be embarrassed for you.
Mom, hurry and get me an available private box. I'm treating the crew to a meal today.
Sweetheart, we can't afford anything here.
I don't care. Today, you must not embarrass me in front of my friends. Go get it down quickly. Later, you can serve them some leftovers. They can't tell anyway.
This place is really nice.
1 lobster each.
Sold out.
Then 2 bottles of Lafitte.
Sold out too.
How about some chicken stew? The spicier, the better.
Sorry, still no.
That one is okay.
But we don't offer it here.
What? This is the so-called 7-star hotel? How could there be nothing here?
Well, you're too old to serve us here. Get us another waitress. Out. Get out.
Wenny, your acting is truly good. Turns out you know that waitress.
Sorry about that. May I take your order now?
Well, I'd like a fruit salad.
What a bumpkin you are. This is a top-notch hotel, and yet you only want a fruit salad. You're indeed a bumpkin.
Lillian, don't ruin our mood. Using your ignorance, it's my treat today. Let me show you the world.
Let's start with a small portion of caviar each.
Okay. 1 pound of caviar each.
What?
What are you waiting for? Go serve the food.
Just a reminder, the caviar here is priced by the gram, $1,000 per gram. Are you sure you want a pound each?
You know what? You're really ignorant. Do you even know who she is? She's the wife of the best actor. Not only the caviar, she can buy this hotel quite easily if she wants to.
$1,000 per gram? Is it made of gold?
Then 5 servings of the top abalone and 1 king crab.
How much is the most expensive wine here?
300,000.
All right, 2 bottles of that. We'll order more if needed. Ma'am, it's our first time here. Is there anything else you'd like to order?
Well, just suit yourself here. I'm tired of cuisines here.
Got it. The dishes are in process. Will be served soon.
Don't you think they ordered too much? Lillian, I even dare not to order anything.
No worries. Wenny's husband is Mr. Howell. Won't take such few coins seriously.
I need to use the powder room.
Alas, sweetie, those dishes you guys ordered are worth millions dollars. Who's picking up the tab later?
Mom. One of them is Ms. Christopher. If I can make her happy today, I will have a chance to be famous.
But it is impossible for us to afford such a meal. Who's gonna pay for you?
I don't care. If you don't have the money, you can mortgage our house. Just transfer the money to me quickly. Besides, why are you in such a lousy suit? Don't tell anyone you're my mother, or else I'll be so embarrassed before my colleagues.
Gosh.
Mr. Howell's wife is here? Why didn't you tell me earlier?
Mr. Johnson, please don't get mad.
You know what? This hotel was bought by Mr. Howell as a gift for his wife. Where is she now?
Still in the box.
Let's get over there now. If we failed to serve her well, we would get fired. Ladies, I'm Felix Johnson, the manager. Well, Mrs. Howell, why didn't you tell me you were here?
Hey, who are you? Mrs. Howell is sitting right here. You got the wrong person.
Looks like you're a nobody. Working at this hotel, can't even recognize Mrs. Howell.
However, there is a chance for you to make things right. Our lady is pretty and kind. She will let you off.
I'm the general manager here. No way I don't recognize. Sorry about that. I still have something to do. Gotta go.
Who's paying the check?
Mrs. Howell, of course.
How dare you look down upon us? You think we can't afford to eat here? Let me tell you, this lady next to me is the wife of Mr. Howell, the best actor. We won't freeload here. You're really ignorant. No wonder you're just a waitress here.
Ma'am, here's your bill.
Sure, I'll pay the check.
Insufficient balance.
Wrong card, haha.
Insufficient balance.
What's going on?
Oh no, over $1 million. Where am I supposed to get that much money? You serious?
Yeah, I'll pay the check.
Hold on, Lillian, do you know how much this meal costs? $1.2 million. You can pay the check? Stop making a fool of yourself.
Lillian, don't overdo it. Let Mrs. Howell take care of it.
Exactly. I say, this sucker just refuses to accept how ordinary she is. That's why she is talking big.
Oh my, how come I ended up acting in a film with her? Such a jinx.
How do you know I can't afford it?
Still being a poser, huh? Lillian, wake up. It's $1 million, not $100. Even if you work as an extra for a lifetime, you won't make this much money.
Who will pay the check anyway?
Mrs. Howell, of course. You can't count on that sucker.
Yeah.
A bunch of idiots. Everybody would be happy if Lillian paid the check. Now, I'm so embarrassed.
Payment successful. Ms. Smith, Mr. Johnson wants to see you.
You guys enjoy your meal. I've got something to do.
What? What's happening here? Lillian can actually afford the meal.
Is she a low-key billionaire who came to experience life in our crew?
She's fooling us all.
But she paid the check easily.
She must have hooked up with that manager. It is actually her favorite style back in college. That's why that manager waived the bill. Maybe they're now having fun somewhere.
Oh, that makes sense. That must be it.
Well, I don't think Lillian is like that.
Come on, Sherry, don't get fooled by her innocent act. Bitches like her are best at seducing men. No wonder she was so confident. Turns out she's nailed that manager already.
Mrs. Howell, my dear, what are you up to now?
Well, stay out of this. Just act like you don't know me.
Can't believe they bullied you like that. If Mr. Howell finds out, they're going to be in trouble.
That's why you should act like you don't know me. Got it?
Yeah, got it. Still, about those snobs, I can totally handle them for you.
No. I still don't want to be exposed. Besides, I have a lot of fun in this crew.
Well, I just don't get it. Your status can help you get any parts in any film crew. Last time, Cindy Picture, the biggest film company worldwide, offered a big cash to make a movie just for you and Mr. Howell, and you turned them down. Now you're willing to be an extra. This is...
All right, I got it. Just stay out of this. Besides, I never saw you today.
Got it.
If Trevor finds out about this, you shall take all the blame.
Ma'am, you can't do this.
Bye.
Well, ma'am, let's go.
You guys go ahead. I won't be joining you.
Okay?
Will you have a dedicated car service? I'm so envious.
I don't care. Today, you must rent a fancy car to pick me up and act as my chauffeur.
Darling, we're just an ordinary family. Don't.
If you don't do as I said, I won't ever come home again.
There she is. Well, you served him well, huh?
What? Still won't admit it? We're colleagues, so we won't embarrass you here.
However, you can't carpool with us. You're dirty.
What exactly are you talking about?
Lillian? You and that manager, really.
Hello, Mr. Howell. There's something I need to tell you. It's about your wife.
Well, Miss Christopher, why hasn't our ride arrived yet?
We'll be here soon. What are you looking at? Figure out a way to get your own ride.
What ride can she possibly get? Wait, I see. Shared bikes over there. You better get one quickly, or else they'll be all gone.
Lillian, you can't take shortcuts everywhere. It's been so many years, yet you never changed.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about?
I say, you're just being stubborn. Aren't you a...
Ma'am, please get in the car.
Ma'am, are they here for you? That's neat.
Even got a chauffeur?
Ma'am, please get in the car.
Why? Why are there two cars?
Ma'am, is the other one for us?
No, I don't know him.
That makes sense. That lousy car can never fit your noble status.
Lillian, is that piece of junk you hired?
You're so dramatic. If you could put a little thought into acting, you wouldn't be such a poor actress.
I don't know him.
I say, you're denying it, because Our Lady's ride is way better, and you're embarrassed.
Yvette, stop it.
So what if I rubbish that bitch? She's clearly a nobody, yet she insists on being a poser. I say, you better get in quickly. Renting a car with a driver is quite expensive. How many nights will it take you to earn it back?
I'll say it again. I really don't know him.
Take care, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Get out.
My husband is the best actor. What do you want?
Wake up! How dare you impersonate Mrs. Howell?
I'm telling the truth. How dare you question me? Later, I will call Trevor and ask him to fire you.
Go ahead. Do it right in front of me. Go get a new ride. Impostor.
Sweetie, you're finally back, just now. Whose car did you get in?
I told you to rent a fancy car. Why did you rent this junk?
Isn't this car good enough? Nearly $500,000. The rent is over $1,000.
I'm Mr. Howell's wife. Only $1 million car fits me. How did I end up with such a useless dad? How embarrassing.
You know our situation well enough.
All right, stop. Born into such a useless family. I'm really out of luck. Hello. What's up, Ms. Christopher?
Tomorrow there is a tea party for upper-class ladies. Why not take us there to see the world?
Ma'am.
If it's too much trouble, forget it.
No trouble at all. I'll take you there to meet those noble ladies. You may also use their influences.
Really? Thank you so much, ma'am.
Dad, give me some money. I want a Louis Vuitton bag.
How much?
100 grand. or I get a fake one. I must pretend to be rich.
Here comes Mrs. Howell. Which one?
Here she is. Isn't it obvious?
Ma'am, you're surely standing out. Want to sit down, have some tea, and get a little chat?
Sure, I can take a break.
You. Have you forgot who you are? How dare you sit here?
It's okay. We're just chatting anyway. The more the merrier. Have a seat.
Lucky you. Generally, such an upper-class tea party is not for ordinary people like you.
It is said that Mrs. Howell is stunning, with extraordinary presence. Now, I know, you do deserve those compliments.
Yeah, no wonder. Mr. Howell protects you like a princess. What kind of men would not be jealous?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Mrs. Howell, what has Mr. Howell been up to lately? It's been a while since his last movie. I'm his biggest fan.
Well, he's indeed busy. As for his new work,
That's a business secret. We can't just spill the beans. But Trevor does have been filming recently. I'm just not allowed to talk about the details.
Have you no manners? Who are you to speak on Mrs. Howell's behalf here? Besides, only Mrs. Howell knows the best. What Mr. Howell is doing. What does an outsider like you know?
Who are you? Yelling around here? Don't you know your place here?
Ma'am.
Yvette, quiet down. We're all civilized here.
Ma'am, I dare not again. It's all that bitch's fault. She was spouting nonsense.
Security! Get her out of here.
Hey, stop pulling me. Go for her.
Finally, peace returned. Mrs. Howell, where did you get that noisy lackey?
Just use her to kill some time.
That's quite a hobby, Mrs. Howell.
Oh, right. I went to Phuket a couple of days ago. The water there is incredibly clear. We should swim there sometime.
Sounds good. I haven't traveled in ages.
It's a deal. Mrs. Howell, want to join us?
Sure.
You know what? Don't ever use Lamer again. I used its toner last time. At last, my skin turned brown and dark.
I've never tried it. I always use Green Myth. It works pretty well.
Mrs. White, here's my advice. Armenia is always the best. It works really well. Mrs. Howell, what cosmetics do you usually use? As an actress, you must have a better option.
I usually go for some common brands.
I think she only has a pretty face. Didn't expect Mr. Howell to be so tacky.
Mrs. White? Lauder is actually more suited for your skin.
What do you know? Never can you afford anything from those brands. Stop talking nonsense.
You know this stuff?
Mrs. White, you're oily-skinned. Lamer's products aren't really suitable for you. Its main focus is actually on dry and non-sensitive skin.
Then tell me, what brand I should choose?
Zebra will be the one. It does a great job of improving oily and sensitive skin.
I'll give it a try then. If it doesn't work, I'll come find you.
Rest assured.
There haven't been any cute bags lately. They keep coming out with the same styles.
Yeah, not a bit of originality.
Louis Vuitton's bags look pretty nice. High-end design. Good quality. The key is the friendly price.
Mrs. Howell, you like bags too?
Told you so? The best actor's wife? Can't be so tacky.
This style is from Louis Vuitton? How come I've never seen it?
Me neither.
Well, check the logo and you'll know. Oh, this logo. Why does it look weird?
No way. The best actor's wife actually owns a ripoff?
No wonder it looks so cheap. Turns out it's fake.
Your bag looks pretty good. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Wow, this design is new to me.
Me too. What brand is it? Where did you buy it?
Just a lousy bag. I say, you haven't seen much of the world, too.
Mrs. Lewis, that bag is not for sale. I designed it myself.
Can't believe you have this gift.
I knew it. It looks better than those big brands.
You're too kind, ladies. I usually use it to kill some time, just for fun. I'm sure those famous brands are better.
Don't beat yourself up. I gotta say, I like this bag a lot. It's way better than Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, exactly. Those big brands never come out with anything new. I'm already sick of them.
How about this? When I have time, I'll design a bag for each of you, based on your demeanor.
Deal.
You better keep your word.
Next time, when we meet those old hags, they'll be so jealous.
Rest assured, I won't eat my word. I'll design your custom bag. After it is done, I'll send it over to you directly.
Great. Thank you so much.
This is what a noble lady should be. Nothing like someone else here.
Lillian is really a bitch. Why does she always overshadow me?
Hi, beauty. Is that lady over there with you?
Yep, what's up?
I'll be straight with you. I'm interested in that chick. As long as you can send her to my bed, I'll invest in your crew, starting from $20 million.
Are you serious?
Of course. $20 million is pocket change for me. What do you say?
All right. I'm on board.
Good.
Lillian, you brought this on yourself. I just ran into Mr. Jordan. He said he would like to fund our next show with $20 million.
Really?
Of course. My husband is the best actor. His influence does help. Still, Mr. Jordan has one condition.
What is it?
He's interested in Lillian, wants to have a drink with her.
Well?
Miss Christopher, Lillian is only an extra. I'm sure she won't refuse such a rare opportunity. Perhaps she might try so hard to hook up with Mr. Jordan.
Still?
We're talking about $20 million. You really want to pass it up?
Consider it done?
I used it too.
Lillian, can I have a second?
Sure. Excuse me, I gotta go.
Sure.
Lillian, there's an investor upstairs in room 4. Go talk to him.
By myself?
Of course not. I'll be with you.
All right, let's go.
Miss Smith, being an extra is tough, right? You want to be the leading actress. Drink this up and you'll get the leading part in the next show.
I'm not much of a drinker.
Do you want to be the heroine or not?
Of course I do, but not in this way. Mr. Jordan, what are you doing?
Mrs. Smith, I just failed to resist your charm. I sincerely apologize.
If there's nothing else, I'll get going.
Go. So you don't want my investment?
No, I can't leave, or else we can't get the money, and Miss Christopher would be mad. Besides, if Trevor finds out, my career will be screwed. Mr. Jordan, we might as well talk about the investment stuff after Miss Christopher is here.
I won't make things difficult for you. As long as you finish this glass of wine, the investment is still on the table.
Let's go for that bottle of wine. I prefer that brand more.
Sure. You're the boss. Here you go, Mrs. Smith.
Mr. Jordan, the investment. What's going on? I'm so dizzy. Am I drugged? I'm warning you, step back, or you'll regret it.
Oh, really? You're just an extra. Should feel lucky that I'm interested in you.
Mr. Howell is my husband. Step back.
Well, Mrs. Howell sent you here. Besides, I see no reason why you should resist. You'll be the leading actress in the next show. Do you know how many chicks are in line to get this chance?
Step back.
Who are you? How did you get in?
How dare you bully my girl, you fool.
Mr. Howell, what brings you here?
If I hadn't come, you would have had your way with my wife.
I'm sorry, Mr. Howell. I didn't know she was your wife. I was misled. Please, hear me out, sir. I'm truly sorry.
Take him away.
Yes?
I don't want to see him again.
Mr. Howell. No, Mr. Howell. Move! Hear me out, Mr. Howell.
Lillian, are you okay?
Help me.
I can't control myself. Lillian, just to forget that crew. If you want to be an actress, you must let me handle this.
But if the crew I join finds out my husband is you, they'll only flatter me. I don't want that.
I don't care. It was a close one last time. I won't allow this to happen again.
I get it. You care about me the most.
Mr. Howell, you gotta check this out. Repost?
Whatever. You're my wife anyway. It's nothing.
Trevor, why not let me handle this?
All right, but you must promise to stay safe. Tell me immediately if there's any danger.
Little bitch, you've got the nerve to come back.
Because of you, the whole crew got messed up. You even dared to hit on Mr. Howell? You're so reckless.
Everyone, calm down. Maybe it's just a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding. What misunderstanding? Back at the hotel, wasn't you who seduced the manager? This time, you even got the nerve to seduce Mr. Howell. You're a real bitch.
No, I'm not. After the filming wraps up, I will reveal the truth. Then you'll know if I seduced Mr. Howell.
Wrap up of this show? You really think you can still stay in this crew? Get out now. Out!
Alas, I'm really speechless. Those paparazzi are really annoying. Everything's still up in the air, yet they're already spreading false news. Once I dig out this rat, I'll give him a piece of my mind.
No worries. Just some small gossip.
You're so gracious. But if this small-time actress used this event to hype herself up, your reputation might be compromised, Mr. Howell. I can't let that happen.
All right, then. Bring me that small-time actress involved in this scandal with me. I'd like to know what she is up to.
Exactly. You're right, Mr. Howell. I'll go get her right now.
Ms. Christopher, what are you doing? I've told you that they're not telling the truth.
Mr. Howell is right here for this, and you're still being stubborn. What a fool.
Trevor is here.
Shut up, you. How dare you call his name? You're making me furious.
So you are the one who's rumored to have an affair with me. As expected, you're quite pretty.
You.
Come back. Mr. Howell, she's the one you want. The others have no idea what she did. We're innocent.
Mr. Wayne, what do we do now?
She damaged your reputation. Firing her will be too merciful.
Fire her?
How about I use my influence to ban her from the industry?
If you dare to do so, I'll shut down the entire crew.
Mr. Howell, what do you mean?
You can't fire her.
So, are you really going to dismiss the whole crew? Lillian, look what you've done. It was my sympathy that brought you in this crew, yet you failed me so much.
You. Hurry up and apologize to Mr. Howell. If you can't get his forgiveness, I won't let you off.
Well, Mr. Howell won't dismiss this crew.
Stubborn girl. You trying to mess with us? Can't you just apologize?
I knew it. You just want to use these photos to fuel rumors about Mr. Howell. You intend to be remembered. I've seen so many cunning girls like you.
I didn't. Trevor is my husband. Why would I even do that?
Mr. Howell, life is not easy with this crew. Do whatever you want to, Lillian. No objections from us. But would you please let the crew off?
Who said you shall be dismissed?
Then you mean, couldn't it be that? You really have an affair with her, right?
What are you talking about?
Well, I get it. People like you must have countless gold diggers around you. Don't worry. We'll keep this a secret from your wife.
That's nonsense. He's talking nonsense.
Countless gold diggers around you, huh?
Mr. Howell, what is your relationship with Ms. Smith?
What does have it to do with you? I'm warning you, no more shooting.
Even if you're the best actor, you can't stop us from taking photos. It's our freedom. Last time you two kissed. This time, you two held hands. You two can't be just friends.
I think you've got it wrong. Those pictures are fake.
Fake?
The fact is that Mr. Howell is preparing for a brand new reality show. I'm a guest playing along with him.
I don't believe it. Are you saying you two kissed each other for that reality show?
The kissing was actually a camera trick.
No way. The picture was super clear.
If the kissing was real, why did that camera guy stand so far?
Well,
actually, we're not supposed to release this new so early. However, there is now a big misunderstanding. So we gotta make things clear.
Yeah, Lillian is right. If you guys keep shooting here, Bounty, how am I supposed to finish the reality show?
Sorry, Mr. Howell. We didn't know that. We thought...
All right. It's okay. Just leave us alone. Later, I'll notify the production team to make adjustments in post-production. However, you guys gotta leave unless you don't want this reality show to be on.
Sir, it is said your wife is in a crew. Is that true?
Yeah. She's right in this crew. When we wrap up filming, I'll hold a press conference and let you all know.
Mr. Howell, why don't you reveal her identity now?
I don't want you to disturb her now.
Mr. Howell, you can tell me secretly, so I can get some early footage of her. It'll be useful for promotion later.
Don't bother.
Luckily, I'm still invisible. Or I'll let Trevor sleep on the floor.
You bitch. Actually dared to seduce Mr. Howell. You really want to play with fire?
Wenny, I already knew you were an impostor. You actually believed your lie?
Bullshit. I am indeed the Mrs. Howell. Lillian, I'm warning you. Stay away from Trevor. He isn't someone a hillbilly like you can dream of being with.
Boring.
Lillian, I know you're good at seducing men. Your virginity has already sailed too far away like a boat. Seducing Trevor? You must be insane.
I say you must be too stupid to think straight. Let me help you with that.
Lillian, what are you doing? Lillian, are you trying to murder Mrs. Howell?
Miss Christopher, you got it wrong. We were actually running lines. Isn't there a scene depicting our confrontation later? So we were rehearsing it.
Really?
Ask Mrs. Howell if you want.
Is she telling the truth?
That's right, Miss Christopher. We were rehearsing the scene. Didn't expect Lillian's acting to be quite good.
You flattered me, ma'am. In terms of acting skills, I still have a lot to learn from you.
I see. Well, the two of you are really dedicated actresses. Can definitely make your names. Still, ma'am, you shouldn't be so into the rehearsing. How could I face Mr. Howell?
You're right, Miss Christopher. I'll be careful next time.
The press conference for our show is coming soon. Hey, should we get a new dress for that?
Of course. This is really important to us. Still, I wonder if someone can afford a new dress.
Lillian, are you going to get a new dress?
Of course.
Let's go shopping together.
Can you pick out any decent dress? You can't even afford them. Ma'am, the press conference is coming soon. Let's go pick out dresses for it. You can also take us to see what the true luxury store looks like.
Sure.
That's great, ma'am. Ma'am, you really have an eye for this? You'll absolutely look gorgeous in this dress.
I think it's pretty nice, too. How much?
$600,000.
Oh, what's wrong, ma'am?
I'm not very fond of this one. Let's keep looking. Give me that one.
This one? My lady, you have great taste. This dress is a new arrival at our store, specifically designed by a renowned designer. Only 3,000 pieces nationwide. Each piece is handmade.
No wonder it looks so exquisite.
Ma'am, only this one is worthy of your noble status.
But it might be a bit expensive.
Expensive? How expensive can it be?
It costs $1.2 million.
$1.2 million? Are you serious?
Actually, we do have other pretty good dresses. You're welcome to take a look.
However, $1 million might be a bit high for me. However, in Our Lady's eyes, it's nothing but a few coins. Ma'am, am I right?
This is...
Well, her husband is the best actor. Mr. Trevor Howell. Does this name ring a bell?
Trevor Howell? That top influence? If so... $1.2 million is indeed a drop in the bucket.
Ma'am, I say you should go for this one. You'll look absolutely stunning in it later.
Well,
I'll take that dress.
Lillian, are you looking for trouble?
What? Can I buy that dress?
Obviously, it is Mrs. Howell, and who saw it first. What makes you think you can get it, Bumpkin? It will lose its value after you land your eyes on it.
Lillian, let's forget it. That dress must be insanely expensive.
Do you know how much it costs? You'll be shocked if I tell you.
How much is it?
$1.2 million. A church mouse can never afford to pay $1.2 million for a dress.
Lillian, forget it. It's too expensive.
Ma'am, since you like this dress so much, you may have it.
Well said. So, it is indeed too expensive for you. A lousy extra like you can never afford such a dress.
Don't play this luxurious game. If you don't have the money, you're still young. It can't be good for you to be full of strong jealousy.
Ma'am, hurry up and buy it. Can't let that bumpkin feast her eyes.
Forget it. I really don't like this dress. Put it back.
Ma'am, this is the most high-end dress in the entire mall. I bet you won't regret buying it.
Yes, ma'am. I believe only this dress is worthy of your noble status. After all, it's a global limited edition.
It's all Lillian's fault. That she landed her eyes on this dress must have devalued it.
My fault?
You heard her. Such a jinx. Let's check other dresses.
Ma'am, you can't afford it, can you?
Lillian, what's that supposed to mean? I am Mr. Howell's wife. I can easily get whatever I want.
She's Mrs. Howell. That dress is nothing. If she wants, she can get 3,000 more without hesitation.
That's right. A church mouse like you can never understand how Our Lady's world works.
Yeah. So, ma'am, I'll wrap this up for you.
Go ahead.
May I ask how you're gonna pay the check?
I put it on the tab.
What? That's not how we work. Ma'am,
this is Mrs. Howell. Just do as she said. You think she'll stiff you?
I'm just a sales girl here. Ma'am, a credit card will do too. You just can't put it on the tab.
This was a good chance for you to suck up a big shot, yet you just turned it down. As I expected, the poor deserve to be poor.
Well, forget it. You can't even handle something this small. I don't want this dress anymore. Put it back.
But
my mood is ruined because of you. You may keep this lousy dress to yourself.
Exactly. As the best actor's wife, no way she will stiff you.
You can't put it that way. If, though unlikely she did, this salesgirl would have to pay for the dress. That's $1.2 million. She's just a regular salesgirl who is hardworking. How long will it take her to pay it off?
Lillian, what do you mean? As the best actor's wife, as long as I say the word, many will line up to send me.
Really? But I do remember that Mr. Howell has never publicly admitted you're his wife. What if you're a knockoff?
Say that again. How dare you question me? And you, hurry up and wrap it up for me. If you delay the press conference, even your boss can't make it up for me.
I don't have that authority. Can only get it from my boss.
Then go get it quickly. Why are you still here?
Wenny, you better think it through. Are you sure you want this dress?
Of course. I'm getting this dress today. Got a problem with that?
I've said everything I need to say. Good luck.
What right do you have to question her? That attitude of yours, Bright, is totally worth 10 slaps at least.
Enough! It's you? You're that bitch who seduced my husband, Felix Johnson?
So typical of you, Lillian. Seducing men wherever you go. Here even comes the victim.
What nonsense are you spouting?
Me spouting nonsense? You still think I don't know? My beastie is the manager of Riverpool Hotel. She has already told me how you seduced Felix. Where did you get the nerve to show up before me?
Nothing happened between us, but I wonder where this rumor came from.
It's been spread over this city already. Such a humiliation to me. I didn't even try to inquire about it.
What a disgrace. Didn't expect us to be mistaken for her friends here.
Manager, she said she was the best actor's wife. Intends to buy our best custom dress, but she wants it on credit. So,
you're Mrs. Howell.
Of course, absolutely authentic.
No problem. Since you're Mrs. Howell, you can even buy this store on credit, let alone a dress.
See, that's why she is the manager here. Unlike you, salesgirl, who's so stubborn, you'll get stuck with this post forever.
I advise you to verify her identity first.
Shut up! You bitch! Who are you to butt in? Ma'am, will you take it with you, or should I deliver it to your home?
I'll take it myself. Yvette, help me carry it later.
Ma'am, as you wish.
Forget it. She's asking for it. It's none of my business.
Where are you going?
Let go of me.
Go. Your way out is under my crotch.
You must be insane.
Bitch, you seduced Felix first. How dare you be so arrogant? Tell you what, you can go anywhere before apologizing to me on your knees.
Call Felix over. I'd like to see what kind of apology he wants.
So arrogant you are, even asking to meet that wimp right before me. You think he'll side with you?
Call him over then. Let's talk face to face. I've got nothing to hide.
Sure, call him over. Now, I also want to know, if he dares to defend you by then, what an aggressive homewrecker. Later, I'm gonna take off your clothes and take pictures of you for the netizens. You can get as many men as you want.
Hope you can still smile later.
Some people just don't know what's coming to them. If I were you, I'd kneel and beg for forgiveness.
She is just a stubborn fool, Thunder. Let's stay here and wait. The best is yet to come.
Lillian, you better leave now.
It's okay. I'd like to know how bold Felix can be.
Here you are, you bastard. So good at hiding. If I hadn't run into this bitch today, I still would be an ignorant cuckold.
No.
This bitch asked to see you right before me.
Well, you.
Gosh, Felix, you actually took a slap for this bitch.
My princess, stop this nonsense. We can't afford to mess with her.
What? Felix, I never noticed before that you would be so tough, so you're determined to protect your mistress, aren't you?
What? My mistress? Nothing ever happened between us. Honey, I'll never cheat on you.
Oh, really? Then why did you waive that $1 million bill?
Would you stop? That bill is nothing. The entire Riverpool hotel is hers. How could I charge her?
That's right. I do own that hotel. That day, I said the treat was on me. However, Lillian rushed to pay the check. Still shocking that you waived the bill. Starting that day, I've been believing the relationship between you two is not simple. Turns out you're a pair of bastards.
Let Trevor handle this.
Lillian, just stop bragging there. You should keep those dirty things to yourself. If Trevor finds out, I'm afraid he even can't take it.
He'll be here soon.
Don't be ridiculous. You're just a homewrecker. How dare you contact my husband?
Mr. Howell?
What brings you here?
Mr. Howell, my wife misunderstands my relationship with Ms. Smith. It's all my fault. I didn't keep her in line.
Oh, what is she taking it for?
She's a mistress, and she refuses to admit it.
A mistress, eh? She's indeed a mistress. However, she's not Felix's mistress.
Lillian, I knew it. You're just a bitch who relies on men to get ahead.
Then who is she serving?
Obviously, she's serving me.
What?
You too.
Am I right, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, Mr. Howell is right. Mrs. Smith here is Mr. Howell's lover.
Why didn't you tell me earlier? Well, this is really a mix-up. If I had known this, I wouldn't have given her a hard time. Good for you to hook up with Mr. Howell. Lucky dog.
Cut it and say no more. My wife is ill-educated, can't say anything nice. Please don't take her seriously.
Though you're a big shot, you still can't do this.
Do what, Mom?
I know you're in the upper class. Having a mistress is normal for you people. You still shouldn't have. Put your wife and mistress in the same crew. Isn't that embarrassing for Mrs. Howell?
No wonder Lillian and Mrs. Howell keep arguing, alas. I can't offend either of them. What should I do?
Oh my, the world of the rich is truly beyond our understanding. Putting the wife and the mistress in the same crew? That's just insane.
You don't say.
Ma'am, don't be afraid of him. It's clearly his fault.
Stop it.
Which dress did my wife buy?
That one over there.
Hey, Mr. Howell, don't go. Mrs. Howell is still here.
Shut up, will you?
Why did you say I was your mistress?
That makes it interesting.
Trevor, you are so annoying. I'm telling you not to come to my crew again. I really want to finish this show.
All right, I promise, but before you wrap shooting, I will stay away from you.
That's more like it.
over. My career is over.
What's happening?
It was all your fault to piss off Mr. Howell. That's why we're banned from holding the press conference.
Lillian, it's all your fault. Do you even know? My career will be screwed if this show is cut.
What exactly happened?
We also don't know the details. Just now, a call told Ms. Christopher that Mr. Howell had shut the crew down. We can't even hold the press conference.
What? Why would Trevor do that?
Humph. Still calling Mr. Howell that way, huh? If it weren't for you embarrassing him, he would not have released his anger on us.
Don't panic. I know what to do.
Usually a man seeks a mistress out of true love. However, this only happens when his interest is not compromised. Are you up for it?
What can a mistress possibly do?
Just leave this to me. I've got a plan for this.
Miss Christopher and I have called all our friends. Nobody's willing to help us. This time, we're truly screwed. Ma'am? Gosh.
Miss Christopher, what's this about?
Ma'am, please help me. You're this crew's only hope. Would you please call Mr. Howell and ask him to let us off the hook?
But,
ma'am, we've been trying our best to serve you in this crew. So please help us out. We really can't lose this show.
I do want to help.
But what? You don't have Trevor's number, right?
This is all your fault. Trevor isn't answering my calls now.
Oh, that's easy. Just call him with another phone.
That can never work. He will not answer an unknown call.
Let's give it a try. Give me his number. I'll try first.
Right. Lillian is right. As long as there's a shred of hope, we should give it a shot.
Ma'am, I'm begging you. We've put together a team with so much effort.
Ma'am? Could it be that you don't have Trevor's number?
That's bullshit.
Then give it to me.
I seldom memorize phone numbers. I need to check my phone.
Fine. We'll wait here, right, Miss Christopher?
Yeah, if you help me out this time, I'll never forget about your kindness.
Damn you, Lillian. Really got me this time. How would I know Mr. Howell's number?
Ma'am, have you got it?
Wait, still searching for it.
Ma'am, how about I just give Mr. Howell a call? What do you say?
Yeah. Lillian, after all, you're pretty close to Mr. Howell. You're the right person to persuade him.
Miss Christopher, you've got it wrong. Once the call connects, Mrs. Howell should talk to him herself.
It's okay. Either of you can handle this.
What do you mean?
Ma'am, don't get me wrong. What I mean is that we're supposed to be a team. The future of this show is also this team's future.
Ma'am, you'll always be Mrs. Howell. Don't fall for her dirty tricks. They're beneath you.
What's wrong?
It's me, Trevor. About Ms. Christopher's show.
Who are you? Do we know each other well?
Over. All over. Even Mrs. Howell didn't work. This time we're really screwed.
I can help you fix this.
Even Mrs. Howell failed. What can a mistress do?
You shut up. Lillian, can you really fix it?
Of course. No, I can't reveal my identity yet. I'll make a call outside. Wait for my good news.
That bitch.
Why can't she make the call before us? Is she driving me crazy?
She's just a mistress. Really believes she's important? Perhaps Mr. Howell is already tired of her.
This time there's really no way out.
I can't accept this.
I told you not to call me again.
It's me, Trevor.
Lillian, who just used your phone to call me?
A colleague of mine. That's not important. Why did you ban us from holding a press conference for our show? Our director is freaking out.
If I hadn't done this, would you be calling me now?
I see. Trevor, you want a lesson, huh? You better fix this now, or I won't have your baby.
What? No. That isn't something you can put off.
Well, it's totally up to you.
Come home tonight. We can have a deep discussion.
Well, let's see how efficient you are. Can you give me an answer by tonight?
If you don't agree with me, I've got no motivation.
Fine. I promise. Let's make a baby tonight, okay?
Consider it done.
Lillian. Who are you going to make a baby with?
No one? You must have misheard.
By the way, don't push yourself over this press conference stuff.
Don't worry, Sherry. I know what I'm doing. I won't let our show flop.
Drop the act. Mr. Howell will listen to you in your dreams.
Not dreams. It's been fixed.
Really?
Who'd believe that? Just now you said you would have a baby with someone. Could it be that you want to fix this by sleeping with some big shot?
It's just the same old trick. Look how wild she is. Aside from her pretty face, what else does she have?
Mrs. Howell is right. I just can't get it. What does Mr. Howell see in her?
What a bunch of ungrateful people.
Hello? Yeah? Great. Awesome. Our show's press conference can be held as planned.
Great. Lillian, thanks to you.
What's it got to do with her? Mrs. Howell just told me that she texted Mr. Howell and coaxed him. That's why we can have the press conference.
I see, ma'am, the credit is actually yours. She almost took it.
Early before, Trevor was angry. Now, his anger is gone. So, the conference is back?
I knew it. I still trust you, ma'am. You saved the whole crew again. You're truly beautiful inside and out.
You sure the credit is yours?
Shut up, bitch. You didn't fix anything. How dare you question Mr. Howell now? Let's go, ma'am.
So hopeless. Let's see how long you can keep acting.
Ma'am, what are you doing? Isn't this spot reserved for Lillian?
I'm the heroine. The prime spot should be mine.
You...
Forget it. There's gonna be a good show later.
Ms. James, can you share your thoughts on this show?
The biggest one is that those actions are really tough, also exhausting. Outside the site, I had practiced them day and night. So, I got black and blue. But someone in this show had no concept of acting skills at all. I had to teach her from scratch. Without me, I'm afraid, this show would have been cut.
Ms. James, you're really conscientious, really have done a lot to this show. What a model of work.
But for this one holding the team back, I could have done a better job and presented a perfect show to you guys.
Are you saying the director gave you pressure, or was someone in the refuse to cooperate?
Don't get her wrong. We all took good care of Ms. James. No one gave her any pressure.
Then can you tell us why this show isn't perfect?
Well, it's all Lillian Smith's fault. She's not a good actress, and... Still, she is a newbie. We should be a bit more patient.
While filming, Lillian refused to cooperate and acted arrogantly as if she were a big shot. Besides, she ignored the director's decision.
Yeah, exactly. If it weren't for her bad acting, it would have taken us less time to finish filming. Mrs. Smith, are these accusations true?
When on? I just wanted to be a good actress. Yet again and again you provoked me. I can't take it anymore.
Since you're like this, I won't hide it anymore. Guys, this Ms. Smith before you is actually a fraud.
What? A fraud? Fraud?
Explain yourself. What did I do to deserve that title? I'm willing to apologize publicly.
Who do you think you are? Back in college, you seduced my boyfriend. You caused our breakup.
What? That guy was merely pursuing me. She actually thought I stole her boyfriend.
Really? Could you tell us more?
While filming, she was not only a poser, but also made things difficult for the director and her assistant. She even got physical.
When did I do that? Don't make stuff up and slander me.
Denying? They can prove it.
Yes. While filming, Lillian made me her servant. I had to serve her. One time she wanted an orange and she asked me to peel it and feed her one piece at a time. She also hit and scolded me, even threatened to fire me.
Didn't expect Ms. Smith to be such a bully. Ms. Christopher, is Ms. Smith really that bad?
Yes, while filming, she always lost her temper. Her acting sucked, and she hardly listened to my directions.
But the online comments say Lillian is very hardworking in private.
You've all been fooled by her. Those comments were posted by shills hired by Lillian. She's a total fraud.
So all the info about Lillian online is fake?
But they look pretty positive. On the contrary, those about Wenny...
Please, Wenny's husband is Mr. Howell. I say Lillian must have teamed up with online trolls to rubbish Wenny?
What? Wenny is the real Mrs. Howell?
Of course. This lady here is Mrs. Howell. Absolutely authentic.
Lillian, if I were you, I would have run away already, instead of being a joke here.
I surely can leave, but I do remember that Mr. Howell once announced online that he would come. Ma'am, you must stay.
What? Trevor will be here later?
Yeah.
Ma'am, Mr. Howell said he would be here to support you. Ma'am, why are you nervous? You should be happy.
I just remembered Elle have something to do. I have no time for him.
Wait, ma'am, where are you going? The press conference isn't over yet.
Yeah, ma'am. Mr. Howell said he would talk to you about the next show later.
Shut up. As Trevor's wife, I have a lot going on. Do I need your permission to go anywhere? Lillian, you're a homewrecker. If you keep embarrassing me, neither of us will look good.
Go ahead and expose me.
Right on time.
Mr. Howell, did you come here for your wife?
You heard right. I came here to support my wife.
Here comes Mr. Howell.
Sir, are you going to announce your wife's identity in person?
Yes.
Ma'am, your husband is so romantic. I'm really envious.
He really loves you a lot. So pampering. Ma'am, you're so fortunate.
Huh? Mr. Howell, over here. Your wife is here?
Who? You mean her? Wenny James is a fraud.
Why did Mr. Howell call you a fraud?
Ma'am, turns out you're Mrs. Fraud, not Mrs. Howell.
Ma'am, say something. Is what Mr. Howell said true?
That's enough.
This lady is my real wife.
Guys, sorry that I didn't announce my relationship with Trevor till now. That we kept this marriage secret was for Trevor's career. Later, I decided to be an actress. That's because I believe every woman need her own career, and I also have my own dreams to pursue.
Impossible. Guys, listen to me. She is obviously a liar. She's, in fact, Mr. Howell's mistress. If you guys don't believe me, here is a recording of evidence.
That's right. She's my lover.
Mr. Howell, can you explain this recording? Rumor has it that you have an affair with Lillian. There are also many photos of you two kissing online. Any explanation for this?
Guys, calm down, please. That is just a joke between us.
That's right. I have evidence that can prove our relationship.
Wow.
Trevor and I got married many years ago. Here's the marriage certificate. It has the date and our picture. Do you believe me now?
Turns out Lillian is Mrs. Howell, an independent woman indeed. With such a high status, she still started her career as an extra and never acted like a diva.
Yeah, exactly. It's rare to see such an outstanding lady. No wonder she deserves Mr. Howell.
My identity as Mrs. Howell is beyond question. Early before, I went undercover to join the crew. I just didn't want to cause trouble for everyone. I wanted to start from scratch and do my part well. But someone stole my identity with ulterior motives, so I had to use this chance to clarify today.
You're lying. I'm the real Mrs. Howell. You're just a mistress. In that recording, Mr. Howell also said so. Mr. Howell, she's a real bitch. Days before, she slept with that hotel's manager Felix, the boss of this show. Must have slept with her too. She's totally a bitch. Guys, don't be fooled by her.
Wenny, are you done? Are you saying my husband can't recognize his own wife?
You bitch! How dare you fool me?
Speaking of which, I'm not a match for you at all, Miss James. Using my identity and influence, you stole money, splurged on luxury goods, and bully others in the crew, scolding and humiliating them willfully.
Gosh, turns out she has an evil heart under her pretty skin.
Exactly. How dare she impersonate Mr. Howell for so long? She's got a lot of nerve. So vain.
I say the generous one is always the real Mrs. Howell. She didn't expose that fraud till now. Lillian! I'm the real Mrs. Howell. You're the fraud.
That's enough, Wenny. I trusted you so much. Turns out you are a gold digger impersonating Mrs. Howell.
You bitch really screwed me over. Because of you, I have offended her completely.
I'm the real Mrs. Howell. You gotta believe me. Let go, you lunatic. Say it. I'm the real Mrs. Howell.
Crazy woman.
I'm the real Mrs. Howell. I am.
Ma'am, it was all my fault. I was too fool to recognize you. I even trusted that bitch Wenny's nonsense. Please forgive us.
Yeah, ma'am, it's all that fraud Wenny's fault. She tricked us. She egged us on. That's why we rubbished you before. Let's punish her together, okay?
You're so good at twisting the truth and making yourself look good.
So, you still believe you've done nothing wrong? You two are so snobbish. You helped Wenny bully the weak. Don't you feel guilty?
It's not like that, ma'am. It was Wenny who—
A bunch of crooks. Especially you, Ms. Christopher. To get investments, you even sent me to another man's bed. What a deal.
This matter is not over with me.
Yes, ma'am. The director is the worst. Totally out of line. Let's punish her together.
No, you did a better job. Wenny had you as her lackey and used you to bully me, rubbished me, and gave me a hard time often. What? Finally learned your lesson?
Ma'am, I'm innocent. I have always been loyal to you.
From the start, you two had been sucking this fraud Wenny up. You helped her do all those bad things. For tiny benefits, you never treated extras fairly. Don't you feel guilty?
Ma'am, we were wrong. We're sorry, ma'am. Please forgive us. We were wrong. So wrong.
Guys, I want to introduce someone to all of you. While filming, Sherry Camp had been making her contributions silently. Sherry was as diligent as a working bee, also worked hard while acting. I say, she is the most promising and the most dedicated actress in our crew.
Lillian? Sorry, Mrs. Howell. I'm not that good, actually.
Sherry, if you like it, would you be my assistant? I promise the treatment will be—
I'd love that. Mrs. Howell, you're pretty and kind. How could I turn you down?
Lillian, what should we do with the snobs?
I've got my justice, so staying away from them will do.
That's it? Those two are so vicious.
Forget it. They were merely following Wenny's orders.
Ma'am, please give us another chance. I promise this time I definitely won't have the wrong person again.
Yeah, ma'am. That will never happen again. We'll work harder for you.
With snobs like you two around, I think I will feel uncomfortable. You should stick with Wenny. Let's go.
No, ma'am. Ma'am, please.
Ma'am, let us serve you.
Guys, today is about my wife getting her justice. To get it, she might be a little temperament. I hope you guys will go easy on her. While reporting this, keep the words and forget the pictures. Thank you.
Wow, no wonder he is the best actor. His acting is neat. He also likes her wife so much.
You don't say, if I were a girl, I would like to marry her.
Yeah, right?
Lillian, it's all over the news. This time, Wenny is completely discredited. Turns out she's so vain, even forcing her parents to sell their car and house to make her look successful.
Actually, I already knew. I just wanted to know when she would wake up. Didn't expect this dream of hers to last so long.
Yeah, I just don't get it. She actually went that far.
By the way, what are your plans for the future?
My plans? I do have some. It's just that I can't be sure, so I need your advice.
Huh? What puts you on the fence?
Well, my relatives set me up on a blind date. They said I'm no longer young. They were worried I might miss the best time to get married. That's not funny, Lillian. I was too busy with work to hang out with boys, so I feel a bit shy.
Are you saying you want my advice on your date?
Exactly. Lillian, you managed to get such a good husband like Mr. Howell, so you must have a good eye on men.
All right, I'm on board.
But
don't worry, no pictures of me have been leaked yet, so I won't be recognized easily. By then, you can say I'm your bestie. I'll help you check him out. How's that?
You're so clever. Lillian, my blind date? Sean Jackson, is coming to pick me up.
Sounds good. He's so sweet.
Ladies, which one of you is Sherry Camp?
Order whatever you want.
Sir, do you need any recommendations?
No, thanks. Are we going Dutch? I'm not into materialistic girls.
I'll pay for this meal. No need to split the bill.
Oh, that's great. Turns out you're loaded. Come on, I want this and this. 10 servings of lobster, 5 servings of caviar, and 5 servings of foie gras.
Sir, you sure you can eat this much?
Mr. Jackson, you ordered too much. Can we really eat that all?
Of course I can. Still, I can always get them home, right? Don't be so cheap. Those are but some appetizers. Go get the dishes ready.
Mr. Jackson, I'm Sherry's best friend. I'm here to ask what you think of Sherry.
I say we should get married quickly. An outstanding man, like me, is very popular among girls. Sherry, aren't you worried?
Get married? You two have already got to the point of getting married?
What are you waiting for? We should get married and have 1 or 2 sons. My mom is already urging me. By then, Sherry can stay home and be a housewife. I can support her.
But Sherry's career is going really well. She doesn't want to be a housewife.
I don't see where she can get to in that field. Isn't she just an assistant? How much can she make in a month?
How much can you make in a month?
Why are you asking? So eager to marry me, huh?
Didn't you say you'd support me? I'm just curious if you can really support me.
Are you doubting me? How dare you look down on me?
In that case, Mr. Jackson, why don't you pick up the tab?
What do you mean by that?
Mr. Jackson, calm down. I was just joking around.
Well, you're quite sensible, also good looking. Care to join Sherry to pursue me?
Aren't you Sherry's blind date? Why getting me involved?
Sweetheart, you should feel lucky I'm into you. Give me your number. Stop there. Don't be so ungrateful. Give it to me.
Cut it out, or I'll call security. You're being a nuisance.
Come on, girl. Stop playing hard to get there. An outstanding man like me is insanely popular among girls.
Indeed. That's why we're willing to give this chance to other girls.
Hey, wait a minute. Pay the check first.
Fine, I'll pay. Only if you stop following us?
Move. I haven't run that fast in ages. Sherry, how could your relatives introduce such a man to you?
I don't know. In their words, Sean is like a prince. I actually fell for him.
No. This Sean guy is totally a disaster. You can't see him again.
I know. If my family hadn't pushed me, I wouldn't have agreed to this date.
Ma'am, what are you doing?
Mom, what was that for?
You asked me? That blind date we got for you is great, yet you screwed it up.
Sean is just a freeloader. How could I marry him?
Ma'am, calm down. It's not what you think.
He's told me everything. You teamed up with others to insult him. So ungrateful you are.
Mom? I didn't. He alone enjoyed that meal and asked me to pay for it. A friend helped me out.
Stop making excuses. You really think I don't know what you're thinking? Tell you what. You must marry Sean.
But he isn't a good person. Marrying him will be a disaster.
What do you know? You're just getting to know him. Still have a bias against him. You're not young anymore. A woman's prime time is short. How can you let such a good man go? Are you out of your mind?
But ma'am, Sherry doesn't like this guy. Even if they got married, they wouldn't be happy.
Who are you? This is a family conversation. Why are you butting in?
I'm Sherry's best friend. Sherry is warm and kind, and she's been really motivated lately. Her career is also taking off. She will definitely meet an even better man.
What do you know? Girls like you can never live on yourselves. You gotta get a man. Sherry, don't ever think a few good-for-nothing friends can make you independent. I'm telling you, you must marry him.
Ma'am?
Oh, Jackson, come here, darling. Come here. Jackson, I just taught Sherry a lesson. She's just a naive girl. Don't take what happened today to heart.
Ma'am, I'm not a petty man. After all, we're both from important families. She really shouldn't have been so passive back in the hotel. More than that, she even embarrassed me. That was just...
Yeah. It's all Sherry's fault.
Ma'am, why can't you trust Sherry a bit more? It's totally unfair that you buy whatever he gives you.
I'm her mother. I have more life experience. Would I harm her? Besides, why should I be fair to her? You better stop manipulating her with that nonsense.
Ma'am, I'm here with sincerity. See, this is a diamond ring I got for my fiancé. This ring took me over $10 million. It's custom made abroad.
Oh my. Jackson, you're so thoughtful. I totally root for you to marry Sherry. Still, can you offer a bit more dowry?
What do you mean? Didn't we agree on it last time? What? Your son is looking to marry 2 wives.
No. He still needs money for his sweet home.
Mom, so you're selling me off for my brother?
Shut up, you brat. I just got you a perfect husband. You should be grateful. Hey, what are you doing?
This diamond ring has issues with both color and clarity. It doesn't look right.
What do you know? Give it back.
What do you know, girl? Can you afford it if it breaks? Give it back.
This diamond ring is fake? You all got fooled?
Bitch, what nonsense are you spouting? Ugh, are you jealous that I gave it to Sherry instead of you?
Exactly. Can it be that? You like this expensive ring and want to keep it for yourself? That's why you said it's fake.
So you're a gold digger? Look at you. Got anything worth any money? I could tell back in the hotel. You're jealous of Sherry. After you break us up, you will get with me. Right?
Listen up. Sean will definitely marry my daughter. Moreover, that ring is also her wedding ring. You can't keep it for yourself.
Mom, what are you talking about? Lillian doesn't need that ring at all. She has no reason to lie to us.
So far, I've collected 800 or 1,000 diamonds, so I can't mistake it.
Wow, 800? You've really mastered the art of bluffing. I think you're just worth about $800.
You're just jealous of Sherry having such a nice diamond ring. If that's the case, you should find your Mr. Right and ask him to buy it for you. Could it be that you're still single?
If you don't believe me, I can make a call to bring over my diamond collection. You'll see if this one is fake.
Sure. Let's see who you can call.
Hello. Bring over the premium diamonds from Cabinet A.
Yes, ma'am. In 20 minutes.
Well, you're a good actress. Premium diamonds, huh? Why don't you just say you own the T&L Jewelry House, the largest jewelry store in town?
He's right this time. That store was a wedding gift from my Trevor.
All right. Stop bragging, little girl. Go. Can't let her lead Sherry astray.
Mom, don't say that. Lillian is my good friend.
You shouldn't make friends like that. She's vain, even trying to wreck your great marriage. You should stay away from her.
Exactly. Some girls nowadays always try to cozy up to the rich. Really awful. I advise you to stay away from her.
Why would I cozy up to the rich? I'm already loaded.
Being a gold digger so young, the money in your pocket must be dirty.
Mom, that's too far. Lillian is just looking out for me. Don't slander her, okay?
Sherry, we're family. Why are you still siding with an outsider?
Who is your family? No way.
You silly girl.
Ma'am, as you asked, everything's here.
Soon we will know if my judgment over his ring is right.
This is Honest Heart, auctioned at the Royal Ascot 10 years ago. Sold for $50 million, 180 grams. D grade, evaluation level, 3EX. This diamond embedded in the ring is called the Heart of the Ocean, mined from the peak of Africa, pure blue, extremely rare, only 1 in every 300,000 diamonds mined. Its clarity is at the FL level. Its purchased price is $80 million.
What?
Ms. Smith, I feel now you're my soulmate. Will you marry me?
Psycho, go see a doctor.
Wait, Jackson. Didn't you say you truly liked my daughter? Why are you now proposing to this slutty girl?
Don't call me Jackson. Besides, don't be so rude to Miss Smith. Take a look in the mirror. Your daughter is as hideous as you. I accepted so many terms, yet you still ask for a higher bride price. It's just not worth it.
It's all your fault. You brat, such a money drain. What's the use of you? You should just disappear.
Mom, is this how you see me?
Wait, Sherry. Move away. Sherry.
Lillian, am I really that lame?
No, they're a bunch of snobs, just like belittling others. Don't take their words to heart.
Ma'am, Mr. Howell just called. He invited us to an important event.
Is it more important than comforting my bestie? I'll pass.
Oh my gosh, stop crying. There are plenty of good men out there. Besides, you're pretty. Definitely can find the one.
Yeah.
You really mean that?
Absolutely.
But they said I'm a bad-looking idiot.
Nonsense. You're just a bit insecure. Besides, why do you care about what others think? Wipe away your tears. You can definitely find your true love. Don't cry. Back up. It'll be fine.
You're doing great. Keep going, and I better go.
Ma'am, wait, I'm just here to comfort her. I didn't say...
If she keeps crying, I will keep comforting her here. So, forget that event. Later, Trevor can.
I think it's really inappropriate to leave Miss Camp in tears here alone. Ma'am, go ahead. I can take care of her here.
Good. I can always count on you.
It's okay, really.
Such a flashy car. You trying to tell everyone that you're here?
What? I'm picking up my wife. Can't I be a bit flashy?
Spill it. What is this big event?
Give me a kiss and I'll tell you.
You just want to take advantage of me.
I'll tell you when we get there.
How come you're bringing me to your teacher's birthday party this time?
Well, I want to formally introduce you to my teacher. In my career, he's done a lot for me. Later, you gotta nail it.
Wait a minute. We've been married for so many years. Why didn't you do this early?
Well, I didn't want you to get upset. Usually there is this girl, who also comes to the party every year.
A girl?
Her name is Ivana Lynn. We grew up together. She used to be my little tail.
Childhood sweetheart, huh? Well, I suppose she's closer to you than I am.
Oh, dear sweetheart, you're the only one in my heart. Ever since I married you, I haven't even looked her in the eye.
That's why you peek, right? Secret crush cliche, huh?
No, I never did that, Lillian. You're making things up.
Well then, I'm not going to reveal my identity.
Huh? Why?
I'd like to see how a golden bachelor like you is pursued by girls. Later, just tell them I'm an extra, following you around every day.
An extra, right? Are you addicted to this part? How about some unspoken rules?
Gee, notice where we are.
Sirs, long time no see. How have you been?
Can't be better. Trevor, you never miss my birthday party. How thoughtful of you.
Oh, Mr. Woods, the jade ring on your thumb really goes well with this elegant robe Mr. Howell gave you.
Well, she's my wife.
A small-time extra. I'm still a newbie. Sir, this is a little gift from me.
Wait, when did you prepare such a gift?
I prepare 2 gifts every year. This time I delivered it personally.
Trevor, this girl has a good eye for this kind of stuff. High-quality jade pendant like this one is quite rare.
Glad you like it, Mr. Woods.
Yeah, it's an honor that you like the gift I gave you.
Ha ha ha. Thanks, girl. Have a seat.
Mr. Woods, sorry that I'm late. I was busy preparing a birthday gift for you. Trevor was in the lead? That's annoying.
Well, I don't mind this. I'm already happy to see you young people at my birthday party.
I'm honored. From now on, Trevor and I will attend this event every year.
Great.
Trevor, it's been so long. Don't be so passive. Let's shake hands.
Say something, will you? She is openly flirting with your man.
My lady, you're so pretty.
Who are you?
This is my current...
Current best extra. I'm Lillian Smith. Mr. Howell brought me here to see the world.
Oh, really? So you're just an extra? Trevor, don't ever bring her to such an event again.
Why not? It's perfectly fine. She'll be here next time.
I know, you're still mad about my decision back then. At that time, I was moving up in my career. That's why I didn't choose to be with you.
Could you not talk about irrelevant stuff here? Besides, when did I ever pursue you?
Why can't I say it? If I had a second chance, I still would choose my career. Recently, I've gathered a team of top international models. We're on a world tour now. The shows are of international standard.
So what? Why should I care?
Lately, we will throw a show here. Care to have a look?
Not interested.
So what are you interested in? We've been apart for so long. You're still not seeing anyone. It so happens that I am also single. Why don't
you two get back together?
What's wrong? Trevor, I think Ms. Smith's suggestion is pretty good. What do you think, Mr. Woods?
Well, I'm too old to meddle in the young folks' affairs. You guys should make your own decisions.
Get back together? I'm already married. I will be with her forever.
What? You're married? How come I didn't hear a thing?
Perhaps you are busy with your grand cause. It's normal that you didn't know.
Since you're married, you should be careful outside. Don't hang around with a nobody all the time.
Ivana, are you talking about me?
Don't call me that. As an extra, you should know your place well. Look at that shabby dress you're wearing. Really brings this event to a lower level.
Even Manai's $8 million high couture carries no weight now? Looks like Trevor really patronized me.
Well, Lynn, why are you picking on Miss Boss Smith? Besides, I think her dress is pretty fashionable. Can it be? I'm too old to talk about fashion.
No. Mr. Woods, your taste is always great.
That's good then. Why don't you take Mrs. Smith to your fashion show for a little tour? She can also see the world there.
Thank you, Mr. Woods. But Ms. Smith still has a lot of work to do. I'm afraid she can't make it.
A lot of work? I bet she's just afraid to go. It makes sense. A country bumpkin definitely can't handle big events like that. Trevor, don't bring this riffraff around again.
Since Ms. Lin has sincerely invited me, how could I turn her down? I might as well go with Ms. Lin and learn from her.
Wanna go? I'm still deciding whether to take you. A bumpkin like you will definitely embarrass me there.
What do you want me to do?
Oh, Mr. Woods. This jade pendant.
How does it look? It's a gift from Ms. Smith. Looks good to me.
Apparently, it is a fake. Its color looks terrible. She definitely picked it up from some $1 shop.
Any proof of your argument?
It's obvious. A small-time extra like you can never afford a real deal. So, you can only come with a cheap knockoff.
Ivana Lynn, what makes you think this jade is fake?
Trevor Howell, why do you always stick up for this bumpkin? I'm doing this for Mr. Woods.
Since you belittle this jade so much, what did you get for Mr. Woods?
Mr. Woods, this bottle of liquor has been stored in the cellar for 50 years. It's called Spiritus Alba. Once you open it, the aroma will fill the room.
Great. Lynn, you do know my favorite. I just can't get enough of fine liquors.
This is 1,000-year-old ginseng. Super nutritious.
Lynn, both gifts from you are great.
Glad to hear that, Mr. Woods. It was worth every penny. Well, Mr. Woods, since you like them, I have this small favor to ask.
Just say the word.
Please give this jade to me as a gift.
This one.
Didn't you say it was fake? Why do you want it?
Mr. Woods, I just feel its quality suits me a lot. That's why I dared to ask for such a favor.
Why can't I see that?
What? It's just a lousy jade. Why can't I have it?
Ms. Lin, what was that for? This jade is quite valuable.
So what if it is broken? What kind of good stuff can a bumpkin afford?
This jade, whether in color or texture, is top-notch. You've gone too far. Today.
Calm down, Mr. Woods. I misjudged it.
What's wrong with you? You just embarrassed Ms. Smith.
Mr. Woods, take it easy. How about I take her to my fashion show? Consider it a makeup for her. That show is top tier among its peers. This bumpkin can see the world there. That will be perfect.
Well, Miss Smith, I must have spoiled her too much. Hope you won't take what happened to heart.
Don't worry, Mr. Woods. Still, it's a pity that your birthday gift is broken.
Mrs. Smith, are you happy with this compensation?
You're too kind, sir. It's all up to you.
Lillian? I'm still worried. How about I go with you?
Don't worry, Trevor. I'll call you if I am in trouble.
Sure.
Ivana told me this morning that a newbie was coming. Didn't expect it to be a bumpkin.
This is Vivian Hilton, your direct supervisor. During this period, you will follow her instructions.
Any instructions for me, Ms. Hilton?
Here's my first order. Go get changed immediately. Your dress is hideous. People might think our company is going down, or it can't explain we have a bumpkin here.
I designed this dress myself. What's wrong with it?
Oh my god, you designed it? Don't you have a private designer? That's lame.
Your eye for fashion is horrible. Even a burlap sack looks better than what you're wearing now.
Whatever. I'm the one wearing it. I like it. That's what matters.
Are you upset about a few comments? Tell you what, you should feel honored that Ms. Lin and I are here to help you. Or you would be a joke here.
What is the noise there? The whole company is swamped. Why aren't you guys on your post? We don't keep slackers here.
We were giving the newbie some tips.
Yeah, Jamie. As our chief supervisor, you can't wrong the innocent.
My advice is to give no advice to the newbie. What's the point of arguing with a newbie early in the morning? The model delegation from Brant's is about to arrive. Aren't you going to greet them?
Okay, I just remembered. I'll go and greet them now.
So, you're the newbie? You worked as an extra?
Yes, sir. My name is Lillian Smith. Today is my first day at work.
That dress you're wearing is quite interesting. Who is the designer behind this work?
I designed it myself. I'm honored you like it.
Oh, you designed it. Have you studied design before?
I'm really interested in design, so I went to Gatali to learn more.
I see. Mr. Smith, may we talk about his details? I really like this work of yours. Please tell me his design inspiration.
Sure, I'm honored.
Please.
This isn't over, Lillian.
Good. Wow, that's awesome. Come on, give me a sharp look. Yeah, that's it. Wow. Wonderful. Didn't expect Ms. Smith to be good at design and being a model. You were on fire just now.
You're too kind, Jamie. I was asked to face many cameras before. That's why I wasn't so nervous just now.
Oh, really? Really a surprise that Ms. Smith is not only a top designer, but also a great model. Would you like to join the fashion industry and walk the runway? You will make your name.
Trevor was deadly worried when I was an extra. If I really enter this business and became a public figure, Trevor will definitely watch me 24/7. Pass? Jamie,
Still swindling and bluffing here, huh? A few compliments already made you get cocky? What a liar! Can't figure out your position here, huh?
Exactly. This liar even managed to sneak into our company.
What do you mean by that?
Jamie, I guess you have no idea what's going on. Lillian claimed she was a designer and her dress was her work. The fact is, she plagiarized.
Yeah, Jamie. She's just a liar. Don't fall for her. Sweet words.
Ms. Smith.
Is what they're saying true? I designed this dress myself. I didn't plagiarize anyone. Ms. Lin, I'm just a newbie here. Why are you picking on me?
Still denying it, huh? I say you're just stubborn. Jamie, 4 years ago, someone won the Bazaar Series Gold Award. This is one of the winner's works. Collected in Spring Day's Dream Series. It looks exactly like the one she's wearing. The designer is Dana.
Ms. Smith, stop denying it. Your dress is identical to Dana's work. Still won't admit it? I really misjudged you.
Jamie, think about it. If someone like her joined us, this plagiarism scandal would deliver a serious blow to our company.
Yeah, someone like her will cause endless problems for us.
Lillian Smith, you're fired.
Must they pick up on me? I wanted to be low-key. Fine. You're asking for it. Jamie, fire me if you want. Before that, I have a few things to clarify. Just give me a few minutes.
What are you trying to clarify? Could it be you want to bitch a way out of this?
You've been using your body to get benefits. How come the old trick failed now? Let's see what else you've got to say.
What do you want to explain?
You're right. This dress is indeed designed by Dana. That is to say, I designed this dress.
What do you mean? Are you saying you're actually Dana?
Ms. Lin, you're really smart. Dana is my alias. When I submitted my work, I used that name.
Are you out of your mind, Lillian? How dare you impersonate Dana? She's the most popular designer in the fashion world. Besides, she never shows her face. You must be using this to impersonate her. Shame on you.
Jamie, I bet you all in the fashion world are following Dana's social account.
Of course. I've been following her for 3 years. Her page is full of her designs. She is a top-tier designer.
Next, I'll use Dana's account to send you a private message. Please check it out. What's the password again?
Hey, we're still waiting. It's been 6 months since Dana posted any new work up there. I knew you were bluffing. Can't even cover up your lies. You better kneel and apologize to us.
What are you waiting for? Kneel and apologize, or I'll have a lawyer sue you.
I really dislike dishonest people. Get out of my place now.
Jamie, this is an accident, except for the social account. I have other things that can prove my identity.
What are they?
Fashion Week's awards certificate.
Can you stop bragging? You're going too far.
I'll make the call now. My guy will bring the stuff over. We'll see. After the proof arrives. Trevor, I'm at the company now. Got into some trouble. Can you do me a favor?
What's wrong, Lillian? What's going on?
Could you send someone to bring my fashion show's award certificate over?
Okay, don't panic. I'll get right on it.
Okay. The certificate is on its way over here.
I'd like to see when this so-called certificate will be delivered.
Wow. Mr. Howell is so handsome. It's the first time I've seen him at this close distance. Ivana, aren't you close with Mr. Howell? Get me an autograph of his later.
Would you stop? Can't you read the room?
Mr. Howell, what brings you here?
Lillian, are you okay?
I'm fine, Trevor. Did you bring it over?
You bitch! Even dared to seduce Trevor. Can't cover your lies anymore, huh? Trying to bitch a way out, right?
Exactly, Mr. Howell. Don't fall for her.
I just like falling for her.
Trevor, She's just a lying bitch. Why are you defending her?
Ms. Lin, you better show some respect when you talk to my wife.
What? She's your wife? No way.
She's a fraud. You must be joking.
How could I mistake my wife? Besides, she's not a scammer. This lady here is both my wife and Dana, that famous designer. Absolutely authentic.
Can I take a look? Dear, I'm so sorry, Mrs. Smith. That was a big misunderstanding. I hope you won't take it to heart.
This certificate must be fake.
See, this certificate's patterns and seals fit. Besides, the anti-counterfeit label can't be faked.
Jamie, since you believe her, I have no more to say.
Miss Smith, you are truly young and talented. You should stay in our company. Well, you excel in both the design world and the modeling world.
But I remember you just fired me, didn't you?
There's no such thing. It was just a misunderstanding. Misunderstanding. I sincerely hope you will work in this company.
Trevor, can I stay here and study for a while?
Sure. As long as you're happy, I'll support you.
That's great, Trevor. Jamie, I will work here from now on.
Trevor, you really like her that much?
Yes. I liked her a long time ago. Now, I love her even more.
Jamie, if you want to keep she here at the company, then I'll quit.
Suit yourself, Ms. Lin. It's totally up to you.
Ms. Lin, is this really necessary? Won't it be great if we stay out of each other's way?
Lillian, we can't get along. Today, these ungrateful bastards fired me. Still, Don't get cocky. Tomorrow, they'll throw you out like trash. Sooner or later, you'll be replaced.
Ivana, why are you looking for me now? I'm in a tight spot now.
I have something important to discuss with you face to face.
What is it?
Wenny, you're such a mess now. Who made you this?
It's all that bitch Lillian's fault. My life is now miserable, while she's enjoying life with Mr. Howell.
Tell me about it. Now, she's hooked up with our chief supervisor, so she's working at my company while I'm unemployed.
What? How could that bitch mess around with men everywhere?
You don't say. Wenny, I gotta say, you had a good start. Now, you're a mess while she's all fine. Can you swallow that?
Of course I can't. However, you know my current status. I really don't know what to do.
Wenny, don't worry. I have a great idea to teach that bitch a lesson.
What's that?
Watch my makeup?
Lillian doesn't love me anymore. Women with careers really can be fickle.
Enough, Trevor. You're complaining? Back then, you were so busy that I could not see you for days.
All right. I sincerely apologize to you. How about I drive you to that design meeting? Later?
No. If people see us, they'll say I'm acting like a diva.
As my wife, you are already a big deal. I insist. Got it. Lillian, later I might not.
All right. I understand. Your career comes first.
I'll have my assistant take you there.
It's okay. Stay with Trevor. The venue is nearby. I can drive myself.
Bitch, you're awake. Do you know how anxious I am to wait for this moment?
Weren't you so confident at the company? What changed now?
Why did you catch me?
Still asking the obvious? Open your eyes and look. How miserable you made us.
Up to now, you haven't shown a bit of remorse. Bad guys like you don't deserve to live.
I had no grudge against you. I never meant to harm you.
Still trying to deny the fact. I think you just need a beating.
What you're doing is illegal. Let me go now, and maybe we can work something out.
Stop talking big, bitch. You want to report us, right? You think you have the chance to do that?
Stop! Lillian, what did they do? You all right, Gilbert?
Trevor, is that you? Am I dreaming? I feel dizzy.
Mr. Howell, what about these two?
Keep them under control.
Yes.
What happened? Why so happy? You just couldn't stop smiling.
I'm happy because I have the best wife ever.
That's cheesy.